If you're thinking about moving to East York, Toronto, this is $1 million market, and picking the wrong pocket can cost you years in money, commute, and peace. In the next few minutes, I'll break down the 10 things you need to know before you move here. One quick thing, if you're planning a move and you want clarity, I help people just like you with buying, selling, and relocating into East York and Toronto. And if you're not ready to talk yet, check out my East York relocation guide. It's free and linked below. Let's get into it here. What East York actually means and why people get confused. People say East York, but they're often talking about different pockets that are south of the Danforth. They're not in East York. The vibe can change just by a few blocks. We got Broadview Danforth, Danforth Village, Crescent Town, O'Connor Parkview, Player Estates Danforth, Woodbine Lumsden, to name a few. There's higher end pockets, there's entry level pockets. So you really have to know which pocket you are within East York. There can be $100,000 difference from going from one pocket to the other. The second thing to look at is your commute reality, the TTC versus driving. East York gives you an amazing opportunity on the subway line. Your commute's either gonna feel easy or like a daily task on your life. We have Main Station, Woodbine Station, Coxwell Station, Dawnlands, Pape, Broadview, and they're all on the bluer line, which are pretty much walking distance from homes within East York. You need to be aware of the line running under the homes because there is some noise there for you if you are living there. Now, you might get a better price point if the subway does run under your home, so something to consider is the trade-offs. But you can get downtown Toronto in less than 15 minutes. Number 3 is the housing stock and what you'll actually find. East York has a lot of homes people want. Family layouts, classic builds, modern, traditional, renovated flips, but every nice listing isn't a good buy. You need to know what you're looking at, where the market is, and what's happening in the market to take advantage of that opportunity. In East York, we start around $800,000 for something you need to fix up, and we'll go north of $2 million for that dream home. Number 4 would be pricing expectations and what they mean for your options. Your budget decides your lane. Detached versus semi versus condo. That lane changes the lifestyle you're signing up for. A median sold price for a detached is about 1.3 million and a semi's around $1 million. The condo in East York can be very affordable and you can get the smaller units below 500,000. Months of inventory is huge to look at in East York, and it's sitting around 2.4 months, which is low, putting us into more of a balanced and selling market across all asset classes. This is incredible because the GTA average is closer to 5-6 months of inventory, which leans towards a buyer's market. In East York, what this means is that the demand is still there within our pocket, within our micro market. So for sellers, I will attract buyers because we have affordability and we're so close to downtown Toronto. We are more affordable than our neighboring communities like the Beaches, Leaside, Riverdale. Those are higher price points, so people will come into East York to find that affordability. So it's great for the buyer with the starting family and also for the seller because you have a larger buyer pool. Number 5 would be look into the schools and the family lifestyle. This is a big deal here. If you're moving with kids like I did, I love the schools. And I went to school here myself growing up. Schools and routes definitely matter in your decision. People ignore this until after they move and then they regret it. You've got great schools here, to name a few: Bennington Heights Elementary School, Bessborough Drive, you got George Webster Elementary School, Parkside, Diefenbaker Elementary School, which is very prestigious, has a solid academic performance, Salwin Elementary School, R.H. McGregor. A lot of my family and friends have their kids and they go to these schools. Then of course you go into your secondary school, you've got East York Collegiate, just to name a few. Number 6 would be the safety in the micro pocket specifics. The safety isn't just a headline, it's a block by block. 2 places in East York can be completely different at night. And so you really have to be aware of where your home is. If it's backing onto a railway track with a ravine or an alley, what happens at night in those places? What happens in the parks? Raising my family here, I am very knowledgeable as to the best pockets to be in for safety, and we have police stations, fire stations, all within walking distance. Number 7 is the amenities and the daily lifestyle I absolutely love and why I live here. Groceries, the gyms, the coffee shops, the parks, quick errands I can run. This is what makes a place feel easy. If your daily life is inconvenient, you won't care how nice the house is. I take my kids skating to Dieppe Park and we love it. I also played East York hockey and soccer here. They are fantastic programs. When having your families involved with athletics, it definitely keeps them out of trouble. Number 8 would be I look at the noise, traffic, and construction surprises. There's main roads, busier corridors, and construction can change your day-to-day fast. This is where a lot of people get tricked by a pretty listing. There's so much more noise. Here in East York, it's very well maintained. There's not tons of constructions. It's more of your residential homes than high-rise condominiums, so you don't have that traffic blockage. So then I would look at the negotiating game here and how to get a deal and not overpay in a bidding war. Getting a deal isn't luck. It's knowing the inventory, knowing the demand, and knowing how to structure the offer. That's one of my biggest strengths here, is negotiating on people's behalf, because I am in the trenches every day in East York. I follow the market very, very closely, and so I know how to negotiate and find that deal for you. And lastly, number 10, the biggest mistake is picking a home before picking the lifestyle. So going back to before about the lifestyle, most people shop the house first and regret the location after. In East York, you have to shop the lifestyle first, then match the property, and I can help you in this process. So if you're moving to East York, your goal isn't just to buy a home, it's a choice, the right pocket, protect your time, and protect your money. If you want help narrowing down the best fit, you have my info below. You can contact me, you can download my relocation guide, and I'd look forward to connecting with you.